This is Dr. Von Madden. Today we're going to be building a new type of catapult. It's been a while since I built one. Well, this one here is a little bit different. You can see it's got a really kind of a unique sawtooth type thing with this triangle down here and another setup right here, and I'll show you why that is. Your arm, for example, is free floating. You just got a rubber band linking it around this one strut. And you're hooking this rubber band here on this side and then bringing it around and back under, so that when you're drawing it back, see, you're flexing this band here and pulling it back down. Right there's your stop bar. Normally it would be right here, but right there it is. So your arm's going to be a little bit longer than your average machine. Now, what you're going to be needing is one big rubber band, one loom band. I may have to get one slightly bigger than that one. Bottle cap, and a handful of popsicle sticks, a glue gun, and a pair of scissors. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me move this out of the way and see if I can angle this camera down. Like I said, I'm camera crew and major, contributor here, so bear with me a minute. Alright, your first step is you're going to take one of the popsicle sticks and you're going to snip off this end right here. You're going to do the same thing with another one, and you'll see why in a minute. Alright, now, so there's your first struts. Now, you're going to take another one of these and you're going to cut this here end off here, and you're going to come up here and be very careful and cut that end off. Now you can leave this one off because it's going to go in the center. We're going to go ahead and glue that into place so you can kind of get an idea. I'll put that right here. And that's going to be your kind of your center here. Make sure it's even. So what you want to do if you're make sure you're even. That's even, yeah. All right, now maybe let's see if we can get it a little more even. Yeah, it needs to be glued just a little further up. That's alright. There you go. Now, you're going to take this piece here, and that's going to glue into place right in there. And at this point, the chassis of your catapult should look something like that. Now, you're going to take another popsicle stick like this one. You're going to snip the ends off of it, and you're going to cut another square out, another short square out of it. Now, don't lose that other piece, because you are going to be needing it again. Take the piece that's squared on both ends. You're going to glue it onto the other side of your chassis, right here. That's the base for it. I'm going to have to grab some glue sticks because my glue is running low, so hang on just a second. Alright, now, your next step, let's go ahead and build the arm. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take the arm, you're going to take your take a popsicle stick, and you're going to glue right in here. Put this in place. Now, if you'll look at this, there's actually a couple of pieces here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another one here, like this one. We're going to glue it into place right here, because you kind of want it to. It's got to be a little bit longer than your average catapult arm. So there they are with that. Now, remember this other piece that will glue into place right there, but you can cut it down, which is what I'm going to do here. There we go. See, we got a piece like this one, and that's going to glue into place right here, and I'm going to see if I can get this light over here where you can see better. There you go. Now, and there, now we've got to finish the lawn. We'll finish the arm in a minute. We got to get back to the frame here. Now, go ahead and reload my glue gun. Trying to keep this glue off my nice clean board. But it's an occupational hazard. So, what you're going to do now is you're going to cut one piece off like this, and like this, and then you're going to grab another one. You're going to do the same thing. You know how I tend to measure mine. Lay them up against each other like so, and cut them like so. And we're also going to cut a couple more pieces. And we'll cut them off like this. And you're going to be a little bit shorter than the other two. And you're going to leave that in rounded right up here on top. And you'll understand why in a minute. Now, we'll go ahead and assemble the next part of this machine. Now, what you want to do is come over here with your hot glue. And you're going to take the two rounded tops. And you're going to lay them right in here like so. Now, at this point, you're going to take the glue gun, come in here, over here. You're going to take these two pieces here, and just kind of lay them up there. Now, I cut these a little shorter than I cut the other one, but we can fix that. We'll just cut it down just a hair. If you want that rounded top, I mean, it's really, you kind of need it a little bit shorter. Anyway. That's the reason I cut it out. You can take some off, but it's going to be hard to put. You'll be hard pressed to put it back on. So, there you are. Now, we're going to put some glue right here and right here. Let's go ahead and glue this guy together here. And, see, now we've got the main opening here, or the main aperture for this thing. Now, you can see it's a little bit uneven, so we're going to see if we can straighten this up just a hair's breadth. Now, we've got the first part of it done, as you can see. Now, the next step is to take another popsicle stick like so. We're going to cut it in half as close as we can. We're going to take this end off, because this is going to be the lower piece, and this, I'll show you how that works here in just a sec. Alright, there we go. We've got the front struts cut, this piece right in here. So what we're going to do now is I got to get one more piece of wood. We're going to go ahead and cut that one down again. And cut them down about like that. Should have cut it on camera. My bad. Now you're going to put glue here and here and here and here. Now, observe. These two will go into place here, and this one will go into place here to make that sawtooth thing that makes this catapult extremely unique. And I think I got these two mixed up. Yes, I did. Well, we can fix that. Shouldn't have thrown them all into a pile. I shouldn't have. So let's fix that. It's not a big deal. There we go. See, now where's the other piece? It goes right in here, and see how, now that's much better. That's more what I was wanting right here. Now, we're going to glue this into place here. Support these struts here. Try to keep them up like that, and you can kind of hold them up a little bit and kind of, you know, really secure this, but be careful getting it near your fingers. You don't want to burn yourself. Now, let that dry a minute while we get you're going to cut another one of these sticks in two. You're going to cut the end off of this one and the end off this one. Now, we'll move this camera around where I can get in a little more hands-on with this. We'll ring this around, grab the glue gun, move this back a little bit, and we're going to glue here and here. And that's going to be your stop bar for the catapult. That's going to be exactly where the arm's going to come down and slam. So now your next step is going to be to take this one right here. We'll have to figure out exactly where we want it, and we're going to put that right there. Let's go ahead and attach the arm, or the axle for the armature on it. Now, let's see, now then, make sure that's good and even. Remember, if in doubt, you can always put more struts on it than you need. I'm going to go ahead and even that up just a hair. It kind of leaned a little bit during the drying process, so We're going to see if I can get it to angle a little bit more forward. Bear with me, I'm just blowing on the glue trying to get it to cool down some. There we go. Now, let's go back to our launch arm for a minute. Remember these little pieces that I had? We're going to use those now. They will go into place right in here. And I'll show you some cool features of this catapult once we get this assembled here. I'll put another one in place right here. And what that's for is to keep your rubber band from slippy sliding. Now, we'll let that glue dry a minute, get rid of these stringers. And I'll show you some of the features of this catapult while we're waiting for it to dry up. You'll notice you don't really, it's got a good strong pull on it, so you don't have to pull it up very far at all to launch, just like this. It doesn't have to pull back very far, so you can, it'll return to its, it'll go to a fire position very quick. It gives you a lot more accurate, a lot more range or speed and whatever, makes it a lot more rapid fire than some of the others. It's not as rapid fire as that man-powered machine, but it's close. Now, go ahead and I'll show you how we're going to assemble the arm, on how to put the arm on this thing. What you want to do is, first I'm going to get a different band. This one's too small. So we'll go ahead and grab a different loom to get one of these. I need a band just a little bit bigger than that one, or at least a little less stiff. That one might, no, there you go. That's perfect. What you need is a small one like this one, not as small as I had, but so our arms kind of turned a little bit. We may have to fix that. It leaned a little bit during the drying process, so we'll have to pull this strut off and even it up. But that's okay, we'll get it done. I'll go ahead and glue this arm, get it evened back up. We're going to have to let it dry a few more minutes, because it leaned a little bit, and that's going to throw your aim off. If you have it leaning like that, for one thing, it's going to twist your launch arm, and it's going to throw it all out of proportion. So I'm going to go ahead and reinforce the daylights out of this. Once you pull one of these off, you can't always trust it to stay on there. If you're really concerned about it, you could always put another stick right there in front, and I may do exactly that. You got to remember, each one of these is different. The basic design's there. If you can keep yours from leaning a little bit during the drying process, then God bless you and more power to you. So we're going to go ahead and reinforce this one just because I can. See? So if you have to do that, you can reinforce it to make sure that it don't go nowhere. And that's exactly what I am now going to do. I'm reinforcing the rear upright. I said I'd rather have too much glue than not enough. Now we're going to let that dry a minute. See, your machine should look like that, plus or minus this extra strut. I'm going to go ahead and clear off this glue here because I don't want it all over my new board. Now, for the arm, let's go ahead and assemble this arm. What you want to do is slide this on like so. Pull this around behind it, your band. Okay, see how I've got it right now hooked around here? So what you want to do is you pull this around here, come up behind it like I'm doing right here. Let me see if I can get it where you can see it. See what I'm doing? Now, you're going to slide this in underneath it, and there is your launch arm in place. The only thing, it's not powered right now. It's not going to launch very well if you see. It's not going to do anything if you do that. Now, the next step is to put the band back on it. To put the band on it now. We'll see if I can angle this camera over where I can show you a little better about how this works. You hook this in place here, and then You could go all the way back to the center bar. I don't really think it's necessary here. I mean, that one there I had a slightly larger band, but you can also kind of bring it just back through on itself and hook it here like that. And that might work. If not, you might have to go all the way around the center and do the same thing. But there you are. So, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, keep on catapulting, and we'll see you guys on the flip side. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.